just wanted to hear a little bit about the marketing and promotion that you put in to Chutes and Ladders, the web series. Can you talk about the work that you did there, and have you used this series in promotion with the Kickstarter release as well?
Well, I think with Chutes and Ladders, that was really our lesson in what not to do. I think we went in with a we went in with a plan of what we thought we should do, but we didn't necessarily execute on that plan, just for a number of reasons. One, we had a release schedule with Coldcast, and I was editing up until the night before those needed to be uploaded. So we didn't do everything we wanted to, but we at least had a sense of coming into the Kickstarter campaign of where we could look and what we could do.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think it came down to we had lost a lot of energy when we got to the end of it, because we had put so much time and effort into actually shooting it. I mean, there are definitely negatives to being, DIY, and that was the biggest lesson that we learned, that you can't actually do it all yourself. And so when we got to post, it was exhausting, and like we had a plan of what we should do, but there's just no way we could do it after having spent the last 2-3 months actually shooting it in between jobs. And everyone was working for free, including the actors at that point, and getting to the post part of it. I mean, it was just he was editing it himself too, and my brother was doing music, but it was the first time he had done music, so there was just a lot of first across the board from other people as well. So I think a lot of things kind of just fell through.
And then as far as using it in this campaign, we actually haven't, and the reason for that now, in hindsight, we probably should have tied it in a little more. The reason we didn't is because our plan was to have the new episodes. So we're gonna release the 2 new episodes that look nice and pretty. We wanted to show our raising our level of production value. Only because we were delayed in getting those episodes out, we had no basis of comparison, so we weren't able to, had we known that we're going to be delayed on getting those episodes done in time, then I think we might have planned to use more of the old episodes. But since we went in thinking that we were going to have those new episodes, we wanted to focus only on those new episodes, because there's quite a bit of contrast between how those look and how our season 1 episodes look.
Yeah. And I think because we did go with the feature format instead of the web series, I think that's why we kind of, we started initially telling people that, oh, we're converting the web series to a feature, or we're doing it. But honestly, what remained of it was just the characters and the idea. And that was about it. So it just didn't feel like the same thing. You even changed the name, and there was a lot of things that didn't kind of, I guess, carry over. So we didn't know how valuable it would be to really pull in the little tiny audience that we had from the web series to begin with, rather than just kind of start over, having had that experience, to move forward with.
We weren't sure if that would be confusing too, because what we're doing is very different from what that was, and we even recast one of the lead roles, so it would definitely look very different.
And so ideally, the campaign is 32.5 days. Ideally, when did you want to release the two webisodes?
About halfway through, we're going to release the first, and then with about a week and a half to go, we're going to release the second.
And what factored into sort of that decision making? In terms of why say, okay, we're going to release it halfway through, and then sort of as the campaign's ending, as opposed to, all right, we're going to do these first, we're going to release them, we're going to get as many people to see them, first, and then we're going to do a campaign, and hopefully bring some of the people, these new fans, over to, so what went into that sort of strategy of no, we're going to actually release the campaign first, or launch the campaign first, and then release episodes?
I guess we had originally planned it as being part of the content or part of the updates that we release within the campaign, and thinking okay, we'll build up momentum in other ways, and then this will be sort of one of those extra things that oh, and here's another example of what we're doing. And I think in retrospect, I mean, we were talking about this earlier, where you know, if we were to do it over again, we probably would do it like that. And yeah, I just think, I don't know.
Yeah, I think when we originally went forward with it, the thought was to have, you know, our pitch was we had no budget, but this is what we can do with the budget. So and here it is. Only that didn't work out, and so, you know, in hindsight, you know, maybe releasing them, building an audience through that, and then launching one might have made sense. But we thought it would be, at the time when we went forward, we thought it would be valuable to have that as part of the campaign content.